MV Agusta was almost the last man standing. The company not only still produces the F3800cc triple, but does so in two versions, and what an eye-catching RR it is. In order to maintain production of the MV F3RR, the Italian manufacturer had to make some adjustments to comply. This has been done with a revamped engine that maintains power at 145 horsepower quoted from a 798cc, same output as the base version. The most dramatic and obvious update is the new aerodynamics package designed to generate downforce, a first in the mid-range category. The new RR features attractive closed wings like those found in the new Fireblade. According to MV, this clever little complement adds 17.6 pounds of downforce at 149 miles per hour. There's also a taller display and a very trickier Moto 2 style front hugger that wraps around the fork legs. What's not so obvious is that the rear wheel is 10% lighter, which MV claims reduces inertia by 7%. There are new CNC machined foot pegs and a new seat with a more gripping surface. The discerning reader will notice that our test bike is not a standard RR. MV outfitted the property with its race kit, which includes a CNC machined fuel cap and brake and clutch levers, pillion seat cover, and Akrapovic damper, which is likely to appeal to most of its admirers. This cuts 8 kilograms 17.6 pounds from the total weight, bringing it down to just 165 kilograms 364 pounds dry, and the exhaust and race kit AQ increase power by 8 bhp to 155 horsepower at 13,250 revolutions per minute. Peak torque remains the same. Spent a few days trying out the new MV F3RR in perfect condition. Is there still a place in the market for a sharp sporting middleweight? And is the ride up to the clear desires of the new RR? The 798cc 3-cylinder stock bike maintains 147 bhp at 13,000 revolutions per minute and 88 Nm at 10,100 revolutions per minute despite now meeting strict regulations. It was an impressive achievement for a high-revving engine, enhanced through many detailed tweaks including diamond-like coatings on the tappets, new valve guides and new low-friction bearings. There's also a new exhaust and a new clutch, but basically the MV has bucked the boundaries by letting the engine crank more easily. It's hard to find a boring-sounding MV. Given that our test bike was equipped with a race kit, it would always sound fruitful, and the Akrapovic dampers amplify the howl of the triple brilliantly. There's plenty of torque on tap and there's no need to revving the F3RR hard in everyday use, but it can't hold gears for too long and let the bike scream free. An updated two-way quickshifter adds to the odds. Shifts are nearly perfect, fast and vibrant, cutting the ignition just the fraction of a second it takes to go into another gear. Reverse gear shifting is equally as impressive, with each gear engaging smoothly even at high revs. Most sport bikes these days are equipped with launch control, so the F3 isn't new, but I can't remember the last time I used track-focused rider assistance on the road. Select launch control, then first gear. Hold the throttle until it stops and let the electronics do the rest as they release the clutch and go. Simple, intuitive and amazing every time. It's all too easy to get carried away with the top-end performance of the F3RR and indulge in the romance of a beautifully sounding Italian-made MV while forgetting all practicality. Fortunately, the MV hasn't ignored the criticism of its low RPM fuel, which is much better now. The F3's fuel injection and low-speed throttle response are on par with the competition, something that couldn't be said of any MV a few years ago. That said, this setup works and works great. The MV of yesteryear was notorious for too little suspension travel and too stiff settings, but the RR's ride is forgiving and makes the bike feel like a stiff race bike found on public highways. Hit the bumpy back roads, ride like you're in a TT, and yes, the RR will respond with the odd twitch and kick. But on regular British pavement, the quality suspension and ready-to-use Pirelli Diablo Rosso Casa 2 tires work together to a purpose. The MV pushes to ride harder and faster, releasing the brakes and bringing cornering speed as it leans deeper. The new foot pegs are more grippy and the seats too, so the rider will feel comfortable hanging in the middle of the corner.